Good morning, student. Today I am going to start the new topic. Find the expression for position vector, displacement vector, average velocity and instantaneous velocity. And student, the position vector r of a particle p located in a plane is given by the position vector r of a particle p located in xy plane, which is given by formula. You know that vector r equal to what? X I cap plus y j cap. You know that, and x and y are the component of position vector along x axis as well as y axis. So position vector of a particle p can be written as vector r equal to xi cap plus yj cap. Now student, in second diagram you see that consider an object moves in a curved path. Consider an object move in a curved path. Consider an object moves in a curved path and its position vector at point P be r vector at time t and its position vector at p dash b r dash vector in time t dash. So consider an object moves in a curved path which is shown by this curved line. Its position vector at a point P. When the object is at a point P, whose position vector, that is what? From origin, that is what? Vector r, and at time t, and when the object reaches to a point P dash and its position vector from reference origin, that is what? Vector r dash at time t dash. So what is the displacement vector? At time t, position vector of the object, that is what? R vector, and at time t dash, position vector of object, that is what? R dash vector. So what is displacement vector? So displacement vector, that is what? Delta r dash, and it can be obtained by using triangle method. So displacement of the object at time interval t dash minus t. So displacement of the object, so displacement vector of object in time interval t dash minus t, and using triangle law, so that is what? OP, using triangle law, OP vector plus pp vector, that is what? Displacement vector, and which is shown, that is what? OP and PP dash, which are taken in the same direction, and OP dash, that is what? Taken in reverse direction. So using triangle law, so that is what? OP dash vector. So student, this is what? Position vector R, and this is position displacement vector, that is what? Here displacement vector is from P to P dash, that is what? R dash. So R dash can be written as what? R dash plus R dash, vector R plus R dash, and you know that R, that is what? I have already xi cap plus yj cap. So in place of this we can write xi cap plus yj cap. Similarly, here x dash in the same way, x dash I cap. So delta R, that is what? R dash, delta R, that is what? R dash minus R. So R dash, that is what? X dash I cap, x dash I cap, y dash j cap minus here R, that is what? And R dash, that is what? X dash I cap plus y dash j cap. So R dash, that is what? X dash I cap plus y dash j cap minus R, that is what? X I cap plus y x I cap plus y j cap. And student, this can be written as delta R dash, which is written as taken I common. So we can write x dash minus x I cap, and also plus y dash minus y, that is what? J cap. And this x dash minus x can be written as what? So delta R dash can be written as, this can be written as what? Delta x I cap plus y dash minus y, that is what? Delta y j cap. And this is the displacement vector, which is delta R equal to x, delta x I cap plus delta y j cap. And this is equation, that is what? 1. And student, next, that is what? Average velocity. And next one is what? Average velocity. And student, you know that average velocity, that is what? Total displacement by total time taken. And here, that is what? Displacement. So displacement, that is what? Delta, and time taken, that is what? T dash minus t, which is delta t. So average velocity of an object can be written as V average bar vector, that is what? Displacement by time. And student, delta R, that is what? Delta x I cap plus delta y j cap. So average velocity of an object can be written as delta x I cap by delta t separated plus delta y by delta t j cap. And this is also displacement by time in x axis and displacement of time in y axis, and displacement by time, that is what? Velocity. But here we have taken, that is what? Average velocity. So average velocity in along x axis, so it is written as what? Position by time, that is what? Vx average. This is the average. And I cap plus position by time, that is what? By average and J cap. So average velocity of an object in a small interval of time which is written as V average equal to Vx bar I cap plus Vy bar J cap, and this is equation 2. And student, see the diagram. Direction of average velocity. See the diagram carefully. Direction of displacement, that is what? Delta R from P to P dash. So direction of average velocity is same as the direction of what? Displacement vector. So direction of average velocity also along the direction of what? Displacement vector delta R. So this is the direction of average velocity which is shown in the diagram. So next one is what? Instantaneous velocity. And student, instantaneous velocity, you know that instantaneous velocity you know that V can be written as limit delta t tends to 0, that is what? Delta position vector R by delta t. So what is instantaneous velocity? I have already explained to you that the limiting value of average velocity, instantaneous velocity is given by limiting value of average velocity at time interval approaches to 0. So instantaneous velocity is obtained by taking the limiting value of average velocity as time interval delta t approaches to 0, and this can be delta dr by dt can be written as what? dr by dt, and this is the instantaneous velocity. And student, in terms of rectangular component, V can be written as that is what? dr by dt, instantaneous velocity, and this can be written in this form, limit delta t tends to 0. It can be written as delta r by what? Delta t. And student, delta r by delta t, that is written in this manner. So we can write here limit delta t tends to 0 and delta r by delta t, that is what? We can write delta x by delta t I cap plus delta y by delta t, that is what? J cap. Now this instantaneous velocity of object can be written as student. So instantaneous velocity V can be written as, now separate it, I cap limit delta t tends to 0, and it is written as delta x by delta t, delta x by delta t limit tends to 0 plus j cap taken outside and limit delta t tends to 0, and it is written as delta y by delta t, and this is what? Position by time, that is what? Average velocity in x axis, but limiting value of average velocity in x axis, that is what? Instantaneous velocity along x axis. So it can be written as, that is what? Limit delta t tends to 0, delta x by delta t can be written as what? This can be written as velocity. Which velocity? That is what? Instantaneous velocity along x axis. Vxi plus displacement by time, velocity. So this is written as what? Vx j, and this is the formula for instantaneous velocity, v equal to Vx I cap plus Vy j cap. And student, the case of limiting velocity at time approaches to 0 for average velocity which is instantaneous velocity. So limiting value of average velocity when time approaches delta t tends to 0, then average velocity is changed into what? Instantaneous velocity. So this diagram, 4 diagram is given to understand how the delta t is decreases and average velocity is changed to instantaneous velocity. In first case, see the diagram. This is the path of the object, position of the object at time t, that is what? Position vector r. At time t1, after time delta t1, position of the object is what? P1, and whose position vector, that is what? R1. In the same way, we find the what? Displacement vector in small interval of time delta t1, which is shown by pp dash, and direction of average velocity is along the direction of the displacement vector delta r1 vector. Same way, if the position of the particle at time t, that is what? R, and when time is decreases, and position of the object at point P2 after time delta T2, and delta T2 less than delta T1. So this is the position of the object at after time delta T2. Now direction of displacement vector is what? Change. So direction of displacement vector, that is what? Delta R2, which is change, and the direction of the displacement vector is change. So direction of average velocity will also be changed, and we know that direction of average velocity is in the direction of the displacement of the object in small time interval delta t2. In third case, when position of the particle, path of the object, that is what? This one, this curved line, and position of the particles, position of the object at time t, that is what? R vector, and after time delta t, t3, and this delta t3 is less than delta t1 and delta t2. So position of the particle, that is what? After time delta t3, which is p3, and again we see that this is the direction of what? Displacement. Again here displacement delta R3 is shown by the P3 line, and again we see the direction of average velocity, that is what? Change, as the direction of displacement vector delta R3, that is what? Change. So as the time interval, limiting value of average velocity at which when time delta t tends to 0 or approaches to 0, then average velocity is changed to what? Instantaneous velocity. So now in last case, when delta t, position of the object at point P, and after delta time t, when delta t approaches to 0, in that case this displacement vector, that is also, that is what? 0. So limiting value of average velocity for which time interval delta t tends to 0, then average velocity changes to what? Instantaneous velocity. Here V average, but here only V. This is the instantaneous velocity. And students, see the diagram carefully. And direction of When delta r tends to 0, it means direction of instantaneous velocity, it means simply velocity is tangent to the path of the object at any point tangential to the given point. So direction of velocity, listen carefully, important thing, direction of velocity at any point on the path of an object is tangential to the path at a given point in the direction of motion. So direction of velocity at any point on the path of the object is tangential to the path at a given point in the direction of motion. So direction of velocity at a point P, which is tangential at the point P in the direction of motion of the object. So this completely explains how the average velocity and direction of average velocity, that is what, continuously changes if the time interval is what, decreases. When time interval approaches to 0, then average velocity of object changes into the what, instantaneous velocity, and the direction of the instantaneous velocity is simply velocity which is tangential to the path at a given point in the direction of motion. Next topic is, student, similarly average acceleration and instantaneous acceleration, and how the average acceleration change into the instantaneous acceleration by explaining with the diagram. And student, you know that average acceleration, that is what, average acceleration, which is written as what, delta v by delta t, and delta v I have already calculated, that is what, delta, and it is written as, that is what, Vx I cap plus Vy j cap, because I have already calculated vector v equal to Vx I cap plus Vy j cap. So multiply this, and student, it comes out to be that delta Vx by delta t I cap plus delta Vy by delta t j cap. Ax, average acceleration Ax I cap plus average acceleration Ay j cap, and this is the average acceleration which is written as Ax bar I cap plus Ay bar j cap, because the delta Vx by delta t, that is what, acceleration along x axis, acceleration along y axis. And student, next one is what, instantaneous acceleration. Next one is what, instantaneous acceleration. Next one is instantaneous acceleration, and you know that instantaneous acceleration, next one is what, instantaneous acceleration. So instantaneous acceleration can be obtained by taking the limiting value of average acceleration as time interval approaches to 0. So instantaneous acceleration can be written as A, which is written as limit delta t tends to 0, and this will be what, delta v vector by delta t vector. Instantaneous acceleration, which is limiting value of delta t tends to 0, delta v vector by delta t. And student, you know that limit delta t tends to 0 and v, that is what, vx I cap plus by j cap. So this can be written as delta vx I cap by delta t, separate it, and delta vy cap b delta vy j cap by delta t, and separate it. It can be written as I cap, or it can be written as I cap limit delta t tends to 0 in bracket delta vx by delta t, I cap limit delta t tends to 0 delta vx by delta t plus j cap limit delta t tends to 0, and this is written as delta vy by delta t. And student, this can be written as I cap and delta vx by delta t, when limiting value delta t tends to 0, so it can be written as dvx by dt, and same way dvy by, already you know that for instantaneous acceleration in y direction, so it can be written as dvy by what, delta t, and you know that dv by dx, that is what, acceleration, instantaneous acceleration along x-axis, along y-axis. So a can be written as, student, here vector a can be written as, that is what, dv by dx can be written as ax I cap plus ay j cap, and value of ax which is written as what, dvx by dt, and ay can be written as dvy by dt. So we can write, so in place of, so we can write ax can be written as, ax can be written as what, dvx by what, dt, and ay can be written as, that is what, dvy by what, dt. And student, now how the average acceleration change into the instantaneous acceleration. So student, see the diagram. Here the path of the object, that is what, curve, and position of the object at time t, and position of the object after time t1, delta t2 and delta t3, and time continuously, that is what, decreases, delta t1 is greater than delta t2 greater than delta t3. It means what, time interval continuously what, decreases, and here delta t tends to what, 0. Here delta t tends to 0, that is what, so delta v, so here first you see here, now position of the object at time t, that is what, v, in this position, and direction of velocity of the object at time t, which is shown by the tangent to the point P. So vector v, and after time t the velocity of the object, which is what, v dash, and in separate diagram we show that at time t the direction of the velocity this one, and after time t, after time delta t1, velocity of the object, that is what, p1, and which is tangent to the given point P, and this is the velocity of object at point P1. So change in velocity, that is what? Change in velocity, that is what? This is the change in velocity, and delta V can be obtained by using triangle method. So that is what? Delta V can be written as V dash minus B, vector V, velocity. Now when time delta T approaches, that is what? Decreases, position of the part object, that is what? P, and its direction of velocity, which is vector V, and after time delta T2, position of the particle or object, that is what? P2, and its direction of velocity shown by vector V. What is the direction of, as the time delta T decreases, so direction of average velocity changes, so direction of average acceleration will also be what? Changes. So first, that is what? Direction of velocity at time T, which is shown by arrow vector V, and direction of object, direction of velocity after time delta T2, which is shown, that is what? Here. So again we see that direction of average, direction of velocity, direction of change in velocity, not direction of velocity, direction of change in velocity changes, so direction of acceleration will also be what? Changes, and direction of average acceleration same as the direction of change in velocity. Next one, again delta T, time interval, that is what? Decreases, and position of the particle at time T, that is what? P, and position of the object after time T3, which is very less, and the direction of the velocity shown on the tangent to the given line. And now we find the direction of change in velocity. Again we find that direction of direction of velocity of the object, that is what? V dash V vector, and after delta T 3 time the velocity, direction of velocity, that is what? V dash vector, and again we see the direction of change in velocity, that is what? Change. So direction of change in velocity, that is what? Change. So direction of average acceleration, which is same as the direction of change in velocity. So as the time interval continuously decreases, direction of change in velocity of the object changes, so direction of average acceleration will also be changed. When delta T, when time interval approaches to 0, it means what? Average acceleration is changed into what? Instantaneous acceleration. And again you see that when delta T tends to 0, so direction of the velocity, that is what? Tangent to the given line, and direction of average acceleration, direction of not average acceleration, at delta T tends to 0, average acceleration is changed into what? Instantaneous acceleration. And we see that direction of acceleration means what? Instantaneous acceleration continuously what? Changes. So we can say that direction of average acceleration is same as the direction of change in velocity. And when time delta T tends to 0, and again we see that direction of acceleration, which is shown in the diagram, and the direction of average acceleration is in the direction of change in velocity. And student, it must be remember that in 2-dimension or 3-dimension motion, the angle between the velocity and acceleration, which may either be in between 0 degree to 180 degree, but in 1-dimension motion, direction of velocity and acceleration is along the same straight line. It means both are in the same direction or both are in opposite direction. So in 1-dimension motion, direction of acceleration and velocity is along same straight line, either in same direction or in opposite direction. wherein whereas 2-dimension or 3-dimension motion, direction of acceleration and velocity, it may be any angle between 0 degree to 180 degree. Next one, student, position vector of uniform acceleration. Position vector position vector of uniform acceleration of the object. Uniform acceleration of the position vector of uniform acceleration. And student, formula comes out to be that R. I am directly written the formula. I am going to directly write the formula of position vector of uniformly accelerated motion. R equal to R0 plus V0t, that is plus half AT square. In terms of their rectangular component, in terms of their rectangular component, in terms of their rectangular component, R can be written as, you know that is what, x I cap, position vector R can be written as x I cap plus y j cap. Similarly, position vector at t equal to 0, position of the object, that is what, r0, so it can be written as x0 I cap, y0 j cap, that is velocity vector can be written as v0x I cap, v0y j cap, t as it is, and acceleration half, acceleration also written as ax I cap plus ay j cap, and here what, t square, equating the coefficient of I and j both sides, equating the coefficient of I cap and j cap both sides. So here x can be written as x0, that is what, plus v0x plus v0xt plus half ax t square, and y can be written as y0 plus v0y t plus half ay t square, and this is the rectangular component of position vector r, r0, v0t and a. So x equal to x0 plus v0x t plus half ax t square, y equal to y0 plus v0y t plus half ay t square.